Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Misty and today I'll be sharing with you how I teach my girls Bible. This is also including prayer and worship, of course, so these are some of the basic things that we do. And I'll be happy to share these things with you here in 1 second, but first I want to make sure that you guys hit that red subscribe button if you're brand new down below. That way you can stay up to date with all the other homeschooling content on this channel. And don't forget to hit the like button if you find this video either entertaining or helpful in any way. That way I know in the future this is the kind of videos that you would like to see. And let's talk about how we teach Bible in our house. Now, before I explain everything that we do, I also want to let you know that this video is a collab video with Stouts. Stouts is the name of the channel, but her actual name is Samantha. And on her channel, she shares motherhood lifestyle and homeschool, a lot of homeschool. I love her videos. She has 4 kids, if I'm counting right. She's also pretty new to homeschooling. I believe this is her first year, and she has a lot of great unboxing videos as well on her channel for things I've never even heard of, like Timberdoodle. So make sure that after this video, you go check out her video on this same topic, and I'll have it linked down below for you guys. Okay, so now let's talk about how we teach Bible in our household. And this is outside of the usual like Sunday school and things like that. This is what we're actually doing along with our day. Now, all of the things I'll be sharing in this video are interchangeable. We don't do all of them every day. Sometimes we fall out of doing one and we'll do another, and we'll just kind of switch it around. So the very first thing I would want to mention is that we do a children's devotional. We're currently on the I Am 40 Reasons to Trust God. This is by Diane Stouts and another Diane, illustrated it, a different one. But this has beautiful images inside. I won't spend too long talking about this just because this isn't a video about this book, but it does have really great stuff inside. But we love doing a daily devotional, a children's daily devotional, because it's open and go and not a lot of prep work needed. So when something is no prep work, it honestly makes my day a lot easier, which makes it a win in my book. So each day it has an assigned topic and story in the Bible to talk about. And it does create the ability to have an open conversation about the Bible, about stories in the Bible, the scripture and the meanings behind it, about our faith, all of that. So that's what's really nice about them. So it's a little effort with great payoff on the back end. And we tend to do it at breakfast time so that it feels very conversational and not so like stiff, like as if we were just sitting in a class doing it. And it's an easy way to apply scripture to everyday life for a kid on their level and just putting it in those bite-sized pieces that they can grasp. So yes, I highly recommend a daily devotional as part of your day, just to kind of help make it easy. And honestly, at the end of the day, if at least you just did the daily devotional, at least you did it. Like if you can't get around to any other things to teach your kid about scripture, I feel like it's a great way to just make sure that you do get it done. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is worship sessions, I guess I would call it, like teaching your kid about worship. And so these are some of the things that we've gone in and out of. So one thing that we did that was really great, and I think I'm going to put it back, is to have it as part of our homeschooling day. So before we even start our curriculum, we would have picked out 2 worship songs and we would rotate daily who picked the songs. That way the kids are still getting their fun worship music like Bethel Kids, and at the same time on my days I would share more of the like soaking worship music to kind of show them and expose them to the other types of worship music that are out there. So it's nice because they get the balance of the fun music and also the music where you can just really like soak in God's presence. Now, something else that can be great is family worship sessions. We need to do these a lot more, like a lot more, but family worship sessions is where you just come together as a family. You would pick a night of the week or maybe several nights or however you want it to look, and you would have set aside time for worship and prayer together as a family. So it allows the family to worship and pray as a family unit, which is really nice. And a lot of times families actually add devotionals to this time too. I haven't done this myself, but I have friends that love it. So you would just pick a family devotional, one that obviously the kids can grasp, or just make sure you're explaining everything well to them if it's a little over their head. And you would have a family devotional time with prayer and worship weekly or more, just however often you would want to do it. Now, another great thing that we've done is, I don't have it here in front of me, and for some reason I've misplaced it and I cannot find it right now, because I have a deadline to film these videos. But we have this activity book. It's 50 stories from the Bible and the activity book that goes with it, or it's all in one. It's not 2 separate things. And I will link it down below for you guys. I did find it on Amazon. It's great for add-on activities for devotionals. You could use it technically as its own devotional. However, I would only recommend it for really young kids that are just kind of, learning enough vocabulary to have conversations with you, because it is quite simple. I mean, very simple. If you're looking to just get like the beginner, to the point, straight, simple, short stories, then it could work for you. But I just found for us, it didn't have enough to it. But it works great as an add-on to a devotional because it has a lot of activities and crafts that you could use alongside of the daily devotional that you do. Or that's how it is for us anyways. Another thing that can be extremely useful, if you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know I'm a huge fan of YouTube, clearly. But YouTube can have really great stuff on there to use. We use it for all our subjects, so why not Bible too? YouTube offers free videos on biblical topics and stories. Now, I don't have a set channel that I use, but what I'll do is I will just search whatever biblical story I'm looking for to teach my kid on, and I'll watch several videos until I feel like I find one that fits what I'm trying to teach her, because some of them aren't so great and then some of them are awesome. So just make sure that you're watching them through and making sure that it's teaching the whole story and not kind of shorting it out or anything like that. So just be aware, watch a video fully through and make sure it's a good fit for what you want your kids to see. And the last thing I want to bring up is bedtime. Bedtime can be a great time to utilize scripture, whether that's with memorizing scripture or discussing scripture, reading a children's short stories of the Bible, or reading a children's Bible, whatever it is. This is a great time for that. My oldest child, my 5-year-old, curated her own night routine, really. We did not make her night routine for her. She did develop it on her own, and she chose to have verses to memorize at night as part of her bed routine. When we do things like, we have somewhere locally that does like kids Christian puppet shows, and we used to go to that before obviously the shutdown happened, but we used to go to that. Hopefully we'll get back to it soon or one day. And this puppet show would always share a scripture and then have like a whole puppet story based around it. Situations like this is where she picks up on scriptures that she wants to add to her memorizing. And so I know that when we're at these kind of events, I have to write down whatever scriptures I hear, because usually later on that night at bedtime, she wants to ask me about it and kind of recall what the scripture was. So her scripture memorizing can get quite lengthy, but she enjoys it. She doesn't like to stop doing one and learn another. She likes to pile them on at night. And sometimes that can be a challenge as a parent when you're super tired and you just want them to go to bed. But we try to comply with her wanting to do this because it's not causing harm. It's definitely doing good, and it's helping her memorize scripture. And these are the kind of things that will set the tone to raise a woman in a godly way. So even when we're super tired and don't want to do it, we do try to comply with her and memorizing her scriptures with her. All right, and those are the main things that we use, the ways that we teach Bible, scripture, worship, prayer, things like that, outside of your obviously regular things like if you're attending Sunday school, things like that. Also, don't forget to go check out Among Stouts' video. It will be linked down below once again, and it's on the same subject and how she teaches her kids about all of this as well. And before you go, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you found this video useful in any way, so I know to make more content like this for you. And the subscribe button is there if you are brand new, so that you can stay up to date with all of my videos in the future. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Have fun homeschooling. Bye.